Straya. How are you going? You're right, I hope so. This is NBA Straya. It is Thursday, October 26th, all day. I am your host, James Clements. I'm the editor of a good website. It's called CodeBet. Find that at codebet.com.au. You can also see my ugly mug on Fox Sports Lab NBA, Fox Sports Lab NFL, CodeBet Daily. What else? I don't know. Some other stuff.
Everything.
On the internet. There you go. I'm here in the CodeBet Studios, a.k.a. the James Clements Excellence in Podcasting Memorial Studio, joined by the Stats Guy. What's going on, Stats Guy?
Absolutely. Pumped to make my regular season debut here.
It's not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
It's also because we've got 13 games to go through, and I'm like...
12, I just realised before.
Is it 12?
Yeah. Because you had me confused before. I was like, 13, 12.
12,
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's right. 12, then that checks out. And for me to go through it all by myself... especially while we're here in the office, it's like, it's a bit much. I'll just rope in the Stats Guy.
I was going to talk to you about it anyway, so.
Exactly. So we're going to talk about all 12 of those games. 28 teams have now played. We've got 2 holdouts, which is weird. But we'll cover all those games in the NBA Straya Game Wraps. We've got That's Not a Knife, Old Mate, No Mate, Spud of the Night, Better Than Lonzo Ball, the Magic Tweet of the Day. God, I love that. That's my favourite thing already. The Magic Tweet of the Day.
I'm going to unfollow after that.
We've got... Unpopular Opinion of the Day, Outback Takehouse, where we're serving up. It's like a couple of flame grilled takes. Nice. It's like you've gone down to grilled. They're just giving you takes. Just here you go, fuck a bang. We're also going to have a Shane Hill shoot your shot, light 'em up award, and 2 massive games tomorrow, actually.
Huge, yeah.
Awesome. So we'll preview those, Stats Guy and I. No skit to finish off because this is going to be a chockish show anyway.
Yeah, there's so much to get through, yeah.
Let's just bloody well get to it. Episode 971 of NBA Straya. Let's go. We're all freaking. Now I'm going to press the button. It's a weird transition, I'll tell ya.
This is Joe Ingles, and you're listening to NBA Straya.
Oh, thanks, Jingles. What a legend. All right.
Watch out for the Shaq attack.
Oh, you better watch out for the Shaq attack. Or you better watch out for the rack attack if you're, playing as Wemby.
Oh, yeah.
Or you're on Wemby's team and you got to watch out for the Derek Lively attack.
Yeah,
he was dunking over everybody. That was sick.
He was.
Anyway, Stats Guy, let's get into today's show the way we start every show here in NBA Straya. I don't know where the whip around sound is, so it's whoosh.
That sounded better.
It's way easy. It's a pretty easy sound effect, I'll tell you. How do we start it? With the whip around. A bit of news. Tell you what, we're going back to East versus West, Stats Guy.
They just keep chopping and changing, don't they? It's a bit weird.
It's not that weird, though.
I don't mind. I'm happy that it's back. Like the tradition of it all.
This is exactly what I expected. To be honest, I'm pretty sure I said this last year when everyone was bitching and moaning.
Yeah.
Why don't we have like East versus West again? That's when they tried. It's like no one was fucking trying when it was East versus West at the end.
Everyone's got short memories.
So we need to try something new. And then 2 years later, we need to go back to what it was like. It's like, what is going on?
Then it's probably going to be a blowout in this one and everyone go, change it back again.
Oh, it needs to be like, see, this is my point. It's great corporate spinning of the wheels by the NBA. It's like, you don't want East versus West? You want it school? It's like everyone, we should try the schoolyard approach. Captains pick the teams. Yeah.
I didn't last very
this
long.
sucks.
Yeah.
And like the NBA in between's like, okay, we'll do that. And then everyone's like, nah, it's bullshit. And it's like, no one cares. It should be East versus West.
They just change it
And
every year.
then the NBA's like, all right, here you go. And in 2 years' time, it'll be like, this fucking sucks. No one's trying again. This is bullshit. Let the fans choose the lineups completely.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I'm here for that. I fucking love that. Absolutely
Get
love
some
it.
randoms in the All-Star game.
We get the Goga Batazde and fucking we have Zaza.
Zaza would have been in there if the fans chose
The
it.
extreme zinger
Actually, I
deal.
don't want that.
But in terms of other stuff that's popped off, my favourite story of the last little bit, Stats Guy, was James Harden
Oh, I know.
just going, hey guys, I'm here.
He's an idiot.
And everyone going,
No one likes you, mate.
James, what are you doing? What are you doing here? He's like, I work here. And they're like, no, you don't. You asked for a trade like 2 months ago. He's like, no, I didn't.
It didn't happen.
They're like, no, you did. He definitely George Costanza'd this entire
really,
fucking thing.
really did.
And it is high fucking hilarious. But in terms of like the sheer balls on him rocking up going, all right, guys, I'm packed, ready to go.
Yeah. When he woke up in the morning, what was going through his head?
Well,
Should I turn up?
He didn't wake up.
Didn't wake up. He would have stayed out. You're right.
He's like, I've been at the club all night. I've packed my bag. I've gone straight to the facility. I'm waiting by the bus.
True.
And Nick Nurse is like, who the fuck are you?
Who's that bearded guy? Yeah.
It's like, oh, the guy who won MVP like 5 years ago. I was like, yeah. He's like, where have you been? I've been trying to call you for 2 fucking weeks.
Wings dripping out of his mouth.
You haven't been to practice? And he's like, no, I have been. I've just been practicing other things, like how to throw the greatest $1 bill at a stripper in Houston. Simple as that. I've been learning the secrets of life and what it's the sheer audacity of it being able to, skive off your job and put strippers through college. I love the entire idea, though. Good on him. But in terms of like the way that rolled out, I enjoyed this because the tweet was from Shams, right? Overnight.
Shams, yeah, that's right, yeah.
And he's like, yeah, dude rocked up. And everyone's like, yeah, James, what's going on, buddy? And they're all like, oh, well, you're not coming, bud. And it's like, the way that actually rolled out is one of the funniest fucking outcomes I've seen like in the NBA for like 100% years at this point.
The fact that was a tweet, from a
because it was literally
big journalist.
After 10 days away, James Harden was reported back to the Philadelphia 76ers.
But
smash cut. James Harden returned to the Philadelphia on Tuesday night with his bags packed to join the team on the road against the Bucks on Thursday. But the Sixers have now asked him not to travel with the team.
They just slammed the door.
It's like, get the fuck out of here, idiot. Boom. I absolutely love that. It is my favourite thing ever. It's definitely what we're going to do to Alex at CodeBet next week. So
when he comes back.
He's going to come back from Anglesey going, g'day, boys. Like, who are you? Anyway, so in terms of that, that's great. Good job, James Harden. Congratulations. You played yourself. All right, let's do some game wraps. Game wraps. Any other news stats, guy?
Not off the top of my head, I don't think.
Right,
other than the games, yeah.
Let's wrap some games then. We did have a couple of corkers. Should we start with the shit ones where you had Washington? First off, I like the idea of having only the 2 games on the opening night.
Yeah.
At the same time,
could have had some East.
We could have had a little bit of East representation yesterday. Or we just go with the sheer fucking cacophony of something like this on opening day, where it's like, NBA's back in your face!
Yeah.
And you're like, Jesus.
There's so many games,
there's so much basketball. I don't know what to do with myself. That's what happened today. I'm like, I'm like watching 4 screens at once.
It was hard to keep
League
up.
Pass was a piece of fucking shit. I couldn't like watch games because it's like, hey, what day is it? I'm like, it's Thursday. It's like, nah, man, it's Wednesday. I'm
America,
like, what are you doing? It's like, nah, I think it's Friday actually. So how have they fucked this up so royally? So I checked the internet. Yeah, it was fucked for everybody. So anywho, right, wrap this game. Washington, Indy, hilarious because you had Washington leap out to a lead and then completely shit down their own lead.
I feel like they'll do that a lot this year.
I think you might be right, Stats Guy, because this Washington team, you might remember a very smart gentleman by the name of me went back. All right, we're going to do 3 things about each game as well. Very smart gentleman by the name of me was like, yeah, this team is going to be fucking horrible defensively.
Well, yeah.
What happened?
Well, they let in 143 points.
143 points,
All-star
score. That is absolute 120 to 143.
All-star score.
And they allowed the Indiana Pacers to score 34, 39, 37, and 33 points.
That's bad.
They were leading.
What the fuck is that?
They were leading. And they were, that's the game, isn't it? It's like, it's halfway through the second quarter.
The old tank effect, maybe.
Unbelievable. Jordan Poole, he's like, hey, guys, check this out. He was firing and then missed everything. Ended up 18 on 18 shots. Kyle Kuzma's like, what the fuck is this asshole doing? He had 25 in the end. He had 2 rebounds to Kuzma.
Wow.
That'll break your heart.
On the 3-point line.
But for the Pacers, I think so number 2 thing for me is they just look super solid and they never looked rattled. And the thing was, Bruce Brown comes over from Denver, having just won a title, had 24 points today, hit 6-3. Hey, like, what are we doing?
What the hell?
That is chaos. 6 of 8 from 3. Ain't no stopping Obi Toppin at 11 and 4. But look, they're just super solid now across the board. I had to sort of ride the wave of over-unders on Indy, and I still don't know what to make of this, but this team is deep because you've still got Hield, Nemhard, Isaiah Jackson, Naismith playing plenty of
Yeah,
minutes.
great shooters, yeah.
And you got Jalen Smith as well, right? Jaden Smith. Jalen Smith, I think, is Will Smith's son.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he's out there, then something's gone horribly wrong in the Matrix.
Maybe he is. I don't know.
Shit actor, shit rapper, amazing basketball player.
I don't think he's any of that.
He had 13 and 8 though. Hit like 2 threes, 2 or 2 from downtown.
Not bad.
But they shot 20 and 43 from 3. That's what's going to happen
Wow.
in random games though for this Indy team because you've got Heald, you've got dudes like that who can just get streaky. Benny Mathurin at 18, 4 and 5.
Yeah, you love a bit of.
I love Benny Mathurin. So they were awesome. Great job by the Pacers. The third thing for me is that Danilo Gallinari came out and was like, hey, check this out. They hit all the shots and did. He had 16
in the room,
points.
it feels
He's right over there.
Yeah.
Didn't you see him pop in?
Yeah.
He's a handsome dude. But good job. Takeaway, Wizards are shit. What's the stat of the day for this one, Stats guy?
Yeah, Pacers 143 points is the most points by any team in a season opener since 1990.
Bloody hell.
So, yeah, I thought it would...
1990, you were fucking 15 years away from being born at that point.
8, but yes.
I was watching
Point valid.
1990. I would have been watching like was it even on then? Channel 10? Fuck, 1990 might have still been on ABC. Yeah, anyway, but like the weird sort of little NBA wrap up things and then
highlights.
By the time 92, 93 roll around, you got them on Channel 10 and you got all your Steve Carfino and Bill Woods that you could handle. But anyway, Hornets beat the Hawks because the Hawks are shit.
Yeah.
What a horrible team.
Well, how do they lose?
Jim, did you bet on them? Yes.
So did I. Oh.
I made the horrible mistake of trusting Quinn Snyder and the Hawks. They had 37 in the fourth quarter, but gave up the ghost across the second and third quarters, lose 116, 110 by being shit defensively. Like to give up 116 points to this horrible Hornets team without Miles Bridges, that piece of shit. And with LaMelo playing not very well, is just inexcusable to me. It's because Trae Young and LaMelo did the Spider-Man meme.
Yeah, just... No, we're both not going to shoot well.
Let's both suck.
Yeah.
And then like
LaMelo has the last
DeJounte
laugh.
Murray swings in as the third one and they're all doing this one. And they're all like, let's all be shit. So this is horrible. I watched the first half of this and I'm like, this is not
Why'd you
great
pay
basketball.
yourself to watch that? Yeah.
Well, especially when I couldn't
you had
get
to
off
bet
it
on
from
it.
League Pass.
Yeah, exactly.
But, so the 3 takeaways, yeah, all 3 of those guys shot like shit. LaMelo ended up with 15, 6 and 10, shot 15 to 15, 4 of 11 from downtown. So he didn't hit anything that wasn't a 3. Not ideal, buddy.
Wow.
25 though for PJ Hamilton, Washington, smashed it. He's like always the overlooked. Underrated. There you go.
Oh, there we go. Both of them together. That's
25 for him. He was handy, but the second takeaway for me, Brandon Miller was solid. The
Yep.
rookie, number 2 pick. Talk about overlooked. Bloke is like the number 2 pick in the draft. Everyone's just like flipping their shit about Wemby today. And Brandon Miller's like, hello. They're like, get out of the road. We don't care. We don't care. Fuck off, Brandon Miller. Go aid and abet another fucking murder, you psycho. Allegedly. Jalen Johnson. Number 2 or 3. What are we up to? I think this is 3 now. Look, the Hawks, the biggest thing for me was 5 of 29 from downtown.
That's horrible.
Is that our stat for this one? Because it was.
I was going to put that in. You already had that there, but they came in.
It was absolutely fucking dog shit shooting. So they stink, whatever. What's your stat though?
Just LaMelo Ball. I know he wasn't at his best, but he still got a double-double, 15 and 10. 6 of his last 7 matches, he's got a double-double now. So it might be something worth betting on in the future.
Jesus, good to have someone else actually to talk on this one so I can actually drink some water. So
Yeah, just have a
my
bit of a
throat
break.
doesn't fucking give out. God damn. Anyway, Hawks shit, Hornets bad, but 37 in the fourth quarter, going
Wow.
neck and neck with the Hawks.
I wouldn't expect
yell
that.
Good things about Hawks defense.
No.
Rockets Magic. Rockets got absolutely shit pumped, 116-86. 86 points.
That's
in
horrible.
the NBA in 2023.
With you got a 3-point line, Houston. Come on.
Yeah, it's like
What the
you're not
fuck are they
playing the
doing?
fucking the 2004 like Detroit Pistons. You're playing the fucking Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
This is a weird one because mostly it was the Rockets not being able to hit a shot. They go 12 of 34 from downtown.
Yep.
But really, Orlando just grabbed this game by the scruff of the neck. It was like even Paolo didn't do too much, right? It was like Franz Wagner, had 11
He was
points
awesome,
really
yeah.
early and just sort of cruised. He had 19 and 19, 4 and 2 in the end. But the takeaway I get from this is Orlando. I fucking loved Orlando coming into the season.
Oh, great,
I feel
yeah.
even better about them. I didn't like Houston coming into the season. This is point number 2. I feel
Backs
even
that up,
better
yeah.
about shitting on them preseason.
Nice.
It's like, oh, but they've got a lot of talent. Do
yeah,
they?
I don't know about that.
Do
yeah,
they?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I mean, the talent's there, but if it's shit talent, like sucked in, dickheads.
Well, it might take, a few more years. Not yet.
So you've got Jalen Green having a horrible game, 10 points on 10 shots. You got Şengün. He was good early, but then they just wrapped him up and he did fuck all else. Great to see Dylan Brooks leading by example, 14 points and minus 15 for the game.
Good. I can't stand that, man.
Classic. Jabari Smith is literally going to be sitting there going, what the fuck did I do to deserve this? He and Jalen Green are like, are you fucking serious, man? Now we've got Dylan Brooks and Fred Van Vliet.
That's
and
not
this
an upgrade at all.
Van Vliet in his Rockets debut, 14 on 5 of 13 shots. That's basically his Toronto stat line from last year.
He usually
as well.
does that anyway.
5 assists, but the Rooster as well, 3 points on in 9 minutes. We'll talk about him later. Outside of that, notable things, Amen Thompson for the Rockets. His debut, 3 of 10, not great. He was somehow a minus 34.
Oh, I didn't see that one. That is
21 minutes.
How's
In
that
21
even
minutes,
possible?
how do you do that?
Oh, that's impressive.
Flip side for the
Minus
Magic
34.
rookies, you had Jingler Joe Ingles.
Magic rookies, yeah.
In his
I was like, what are you doing?
Orlando debut.
Orlando debut, yeah.
18 minutes, 0 of 3. So Jingles was still, however, missing every shot that he took was still a +9. So they did roll Anthony Black out there and Jet Howard, their 2 lottery picks.
Yep.
They combined to go 5 points.
Not great, but
It was weird
First
watching
game.
this game because Gary Harris was out there just doing shit. And you're like, who the fuck is that doing shit? It's like, oh, it's Gary Harris.
Yeah.
Gary Harris is doing shit.
it was not in the
What the fuck is
multis.
going on? This is great. Love me some Gary Harris. He had 11 points, 5 rebounds, but they were like the weirdly
Awesome.
most impactful 11 points, 5 rebounds you'll see because
You need those type of
they
players, yeah.
needed something to pop off,
Yeah.
and then they did. They won by 30. Why are we still talking about this game? Fuck
know.
off. Stat.
Yeah, this is Orlando's biggest winning margin, that 30-point margin in the last 4 seasons. So
Jesus.
just shows where they're at, I think. Yeah.
It's also a nice turnaround from the 1995 NBA Finals.
Yes.
When again you were not born. So,
Yes.
God damn it. Let's talk about your beloved Celtics stats guy.
Hell yeah.
The Knickerbockers of New York City 104, Boston 108. Weird game.
Very weird.
Awesome game. Back and forth, right in amongst it, causing havoc. The Celtics, Tatum with 34 and 11 quickly. Amazing off
Quickly
the bench
was
for the
great.
Knickerbockers of New York City.
6 man of the year vet's looking all right.
Julius Randle. Dog shit.
Average.
God, he was bad.
Yeah.
He was so fucking bad. Oh, but Jim, he had 14, 11, and 7, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
he missed so
Watch
many
the
shots.
game. He was so fucking
Layups
bad.
as well.
He's going to get booed like
Even
next
Brunson
game.
missed a lot of shots as
Brunson
well.
was bad early. Ends up 6 of 21. That's just fucking
Yeah, they
rough
shot
as
horribly.
guts. They end up shooting 18 of 41 from downtown.
Okay.
A lot of
They
that's
brought it back
quickly.
a bit. Quickly, yeah.
Quickly and Grimes going. I think they like
Josh Hart got it. Josh
8
Hart
of
got a
13
couple.
between them, and Josh Hart goes 2 of 4 as well.
Yep.
So, but outside of those 3-point shooting, they shot 37%. Like
That's
that's
horrible.
not great.
No.
The highlights for Boston though. Do I have? I've got the button.
Have you got a button for it?
I think I've got a button.
Oh,
Where's the
I'm
button?
excited.
Oh, it's there somewhere. How have I lost this one? Extreme. There it is.
Here we
I
go.
found it. Play the thing.
Extreme Zinger Meal.
I've been waiting
Yes.
for that extreme zinger meal.
What a Celtics debut.
He was a supercharged zinger burger today, stats guy, because he had 30
Might have to go and get a Porzingis jersey, yeah.
and 8 rebounds. I love that he's like 7'20" and got 8 rebounds.
Yeah. Well, he was standing on the 3-point line
It
for
was.
most of the game.
It's hard to rebound from the 3-point line. Tatum, the 34, 11, and 4. Tatum looked really good, just very solid. Still had a couple of weird He still had 4 turnovers on 4 assists.
Early on, he had a few weird ones, but
34, 11, and 4 is pretty good. Jalen Brown wasn't very good. 11 points on 11 shots. 5
he was off,
fouls.
yeah.
Just sort of Derek White, handy. Drew Holiday is
Andy, yeah.
perfect for
Yeah.
that team. Fuck, he's good.
I know.
You sort of turn around and go, oh yeah, Drew Holiday's
He
doing
would
cool
fit
shit.
in any team, I believe. He's so good.
But they just looked really solid. Nearly gave up. They got up massive early. Knicks fought back.
There was a lot of 10-point swings, yeah.
That's exactly what you were saying. It was like literally
Happened
runs
last
of
year-
10.
happened last
Runs of
year as
10,
well.
runs of 10, runs
Yeah.
of 10, swings and roundabouts. They hold on down the stretch because the Knicks just couldn't score a bucket, basically. And the execution was a bit shitty. And I don't know. You're not going to read much into a first game, apart from the fact that Houston suck and
Yes.
Atlanta, I hate them. But the Knicks, look,
They actually played pretty well.
they were
considering
good
their
for a lot of this,
stars.
considering this is probably the best team, one of the best 4 teams in the NBA.
Yep.
I just wanted a little bit more. And it was probably that Dante DiVincenzo going 0 of 4. Just like
Yeah.
shit like that. And Randall shooting 5 of 22 is always going to fuck you up. So you just sort of hope that that's just a one-game blip where it all just goes a bit squirrely. Stat.
Yeah, Extreme Zinger Mill, your man, most points ever for a Celtics debut with 30 points. So, bloody awesome effort. Couldn't believe he just was shooting threes. He got the clutch three at the end, pretty much sealed the win there.
You're beside yourself.
Yeah, I'm excited. Can't wait to see him against Miami on Saturday.
He's got his pants off, running around the bloody room. Chaos. Sit down, stats guy. I believe there was what do we got? Minnesota, Toronto. 94. The Wolves, 97,
That's
Toronto.
a low-scoring game.
Weird game, fucky game. I was watching this and you're like, is Anthony Edwards out there? He didn't do shit early on. Ends up with 26 and 14.
I know.
It's like...
He finishes strong, yeah.
God, he's a absolute beast. But he had 15 and 13 for Rudy Gobert, Gustavo Tower, and 19 and 10 for Karl Anthony Towns. They both had 4 blocks and they somehow managed to lose
how'd
this
they
game.
lose? Wow.
By scoring only 94 fucking points because they shot... I'm no math magician, but if you take 100 shots and you hit 34 of them, I think that's 34%.
Jeez.
That's pretty
That's
fucked.
a lot
I'll
of
tell you,
shots.
8 of 31 from downtown.
Oh.
Absolutely horrible gear.
Yuck.
Toronto took 10 less shots in this game and won.
That's crazy.
They took 6 less free throws and won. Amazing. The OG Anunoby, the 3 things for this game. OG had 26 and 6.
Dennis Schroeder, I am German.
It was good.
Did not take any sort of break from his gold medal winning performance. He had 22 and 7. But really, the third thing for me is Anthony Edwards. You want the leap this year. He had 26 points, 14 rebounds.
That's what you need from him.
1 assist, and those 26 points came on 27 shots. Kobe!
That is a real old Kobe effort, isn't
Unbelievable.
it? 27 shots.
Minnesota, same old, same old. It felt like a little bit for a lot of this. They were right there, obviously. But Toronto just punked them down the stretch, and away they went. So Darko Rajakovic gets his debut win in his opening game as a NBA coach, and they just ran them down in the fourth quarter. So that was very, very cool. And Schroeder, actually, I don't know what your stat is for this one, but yeah, Schroeder.
Not Schroeder, yeah.
Okay, Schroeder was the first Raptor to have debut, 20 in his debut since a bloke named Kawhi.
Oh, really? That's a good impression.
So there you go. Horrible defense by the Wolves. Same old, same old. What's your stat?
A bit of Scotty Barnes. He had 17 points, 8 rebounds.
He's called Scoob.
Scoob, exactly, yeah. 17 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and 5 blocks, which is a bit random, but first Raptor to get those numbers since Marcus Camby in 1997.
Jesus.
So I had to double check that one. I was like, I don't know. And then I double checked it, yeah. Marcus Camby, bit of a random
Camby
one.
coming out of UConn.
Yeah.
In the 90s, going to the Raptors.
Got a 5-block game with 17 points as well. So.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Scoob is like the weird... This can be like an extra third bit for this game.
Yeah.
Scoob is the absolute fulcrum of this Raptors team this year. Like if he had a down second year, if he has that sort of breakout, fuck you, hang on, I was rookie of the year.
Just do a bit of everything, yeah.
Like they could be absolute. Like I think this might have even been one of the year-nars, like coming into this season. Like this is the dude they wouldn't trade for fucking Kevin Durant. And like just re-up and go for another title. They were, we like Scoob too much. It's like, we all don't mind a Scoob, I'm just saying. But there we go. 17, 8, 5, and 5 is fucking massive.
He was a bit off with his shooting, so the 17 doesn't look as good. But still, he did a million other things, so he made up for that.
Nice. Detroit called it yesterday. I'm going to go through my picks. Well, actually, the result of my picks today,
well with that pick,
I crushed this one. Detroit out of nowhere. They still lost the game. In classic Miami fashion, they pull a win out of their ass, 103-102. And it was just like I was checking in on this game. I'm like, Detroit is still there. Detroit is still there.
Yeah.
And then they weren't. Then they came back. And you're like, yes, let's fucking go. Come on, Detroit. Kay Cunningham comes back after his weird year last year. 30 points in this one, 9 assists. I struggled, especially looking at Cade in fantasy. This year, I'm like, I have no vibe on Cade whatsoever.
Yeah.
They've got 87 point guards on this Detroit team and 47 fucking centers. And that's it. Like, they've got Amen Thompson, like Alec Burks, like as a shooting guard. Bojan Bogdanovic is like, what do on Tim? What shoot threes? I shoot threes. Okay. And that's what he does. He's not playing at the moment. I believe he's injured. So
he must be injured.
They did start 2 centers. Beef Stew is a power forward, I guess, if you want to call him. He had 14 and
Still
14.
Yep.
Jalen Duren, here's a good point for this one. 17 and 14. He's a fucking weapon. If he pops this year, Detroit will be just like, this is fucking great.
This guy's
we
good.
nailed that pick. I love Jalen Duren. And I think there's like a moment with the Jalen Duren pick because I believe he was selected by Charlotte and traded to
that's
Detroit.
right. Yeah.
And like that weird fuckiness where Charlotte overthought it and completely fucked themselves.
Yeah, not the first time.
In very classic Charlotte
Yeah,
fashion.
they've done that a few times.
But they started Cade and Killian. So Killian Hayes, the French point guard, I cannot shoot. 4 of 12 for 10 points. I can also not pass the ball. I had 3 assists.
Only 3. Oh.
Their bench, though, was really tough because you've got so many fucking like guards and everything. Jaden Ivey, your lottery pick from last year, 17 minutes, 1 of 7 stats guy. Absolutely brutal. And that's going to be the sort of thing that really dictates where this team goes, right? You can have all the Marvin Bagley minutes in the world. 8 and 8 he had today. You've got Joey Harris. He goes over 2. He's been cooked for 2 years now.
Yeah.
It's Jaden Ivey going, can I play next to Cade? And they're like, nah, that's not the French kid. And he's like, oh.
He didn't do anything anyway.
He might just be fucked. So
Yeah.
not great. They did win the rebounding battle by 8. Miami pulled this one out their ass because, bam, Adebayo had 22. You had 19 and 13 from Jimmy Butts. And, of course, Kevin Love. He's like, fucking off-season?
Yeah.
Feeling good.
And then,
Give him 5 more games and he's going to be cooked. But 13 and 10 for him. Just absolute arsey Miami win. They were up 19 and then they have to scramble to basically just hold him off at the end. And
won.
that's just what they do. Tyler Hero was just hilarious because I think he had 16 points on 24 shots.
Oh,
Kobe!
That's
there you
more.
go.
That's
Start
horrible.
of the night level gear, isn't it? But yeah, look, Pistons going to be bad, but they'll be scrappy all season, I reckon, because there's a bit of talent on that team now. They've just got dudes. This is like why the case for expansion is right there, because like every team now has dudes.
Yeah, everyone has a few good guys that can tear it up.
Stat.
Also, Thompson, youngest player to have 5+ blocks on debut.
Fuck yeah, he had 5 blocks.
Yeah, he had 5 blocks, and he's only 6'7". So
Jesus.
I was like, oh, he must be pretty tall, but he's only 6'7". Great.
Weapon. Love it. Cleveland. Do I have a Cleveland button? I should. Cleveland. I think I've got it somewhere. Yes, he's got it. Cleveland. There we go. That was totally worth it.
It was.
114 beat Brooklyn, 113 because Brooklyn are fucking idiots. You want to expand on that, Jim?
Nah, that's enough for that game, right?
Cam Johnson flopped on a Donnie Mitchell 3.
Yeah, how bad was that?
And it was one of the worst flops.
He's like, play some defense, mate.
I've been murdered. It's like, what do you... Just play defense, you fucking moron.
That was shit.
It is some of the dumbest shit you'll ever see.
Drop him for the next game.
Cam Thomas did all he could to win this game for the Nets. He had like just an absolute explosion off the bench with 36. But he had 20 from Mikal Bridges. Box Hill Benny, he's back.
Classic.
Doing Box Hill Benny things.
It was okay.
4-10 and 9. Not 14 and 9.
No.
4, 10 and 9.
Yes.
4 points. Thanks, Ben. 2 of 6 shooting. I'm afraid. But check out my Esquire cover. The rig is awesome. The weird thing for me, so the Cavs, Maxi Strusco's fucking bananas. 27, cool. Donnie Mitchell, 27. 4 of 10 for Donnie Mitchell shooting. Garland was under a bit of an injury cloud coming into this. He was still look fucking up and about. He had 5 assists, 6 turnovers.
You're still all right, yeah.
My big worry was Mobley. 2 blocks, 10 points, 6 rebounds. It's not enough. Like you already saw
dominant
Scoob.
self. Yeah,
We just saw Scoob. This is a fucking Nets team that's got one big dude on the entire roster.
Yeah.
It's Nick Claxton. He was awesome. Yeah, well, awesome. He had 3 blocks. He was kind of a little bit of everywhere. But they've got no one else, right? They played Day'Ron Sharpe for 12 minutes and that's it. Mobley should have been dominating. They don't have Go the Throw Jared Allen because was he the bone bruise on his ankle or something like that?
Yeah, he's definitely, he's not playing.
But Brooklyn, they stink at this. And it's like the game was right there. They were leading. They were down early. They fought back, took the lead, and then completely shit down their leg in very classic Brooklyn fashion. Stat.
Yeah, Cam Thomas, he had 36 points, as you just mentioned. Most in a season opener off the bench in 50 years. Since they sort of did stats. So they reckon there was some back in the day, but since they did the stats.
It's like, did Bob Cousy come off the bench?
Maybe.
Like, nah, they only 6 players and they all work fucking 3 full-time jobs.
The plumbers and
They're all plumbers and accountants.
Anyway, so he was
Bob Cousy
awesome.
did his fucking mail route and then played the game at night.
Probably did.
But Ben Simmons, look, to be honest, I will shit on him
Until he...
at times.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to give him a couple of weeks to ramp up into this season. Yeah. Obviously, give him a month before making any broad proclamations like he's shit, he's cooked, fucking fire him into the sun.
Yeah.
I
Fair
might
enough.
do that in a month's time.
Yeah, might do that in a couple of days.
For now, it's like, yeah, look, get your sea legs, Benny, and then we'll talk. All right?
You're still solid with rebounds and assists, which is probably what they would rather
That's
do
all they
anyway.
needed.
That's all they needed
to do.
Yeah.
The big problem for them, to be honest, was Spencer Dinwiddie being just shit. Because anytime like someone steps up and goes, "Hey Spencer, can I be running this team with you?" He's like, "Aw, but it was my team." It's like, shut up, Spencer. You're not my 4-year-old. OKC shit pumped the Bulls 124-104. Bulls took 42 threes. Stats guy.
That's a lot.
It's a lot for a team that can't shoot
not make 'em,
threes.
yeah.
Hey-oh. Unbelievable. Because seriously, they didn't take more than 42 threes in a game at all last year. They did it game
What
one
is
this
that
year.
game plan then?
I think their game plan is take more
Just
threes.
take more threes, but it's
like,
not if you can't
I'm gonna
shoot
shoot a three. Blah!
That is just dumb.
It's like just take a good shot. DeMar DeRozan took 3. He should be taking 3
just
threes.
step inside and he'll hit that. Step inside.
So 3 things from this one. The Mop Top Mamba, a.k.a. the Weet-Bix Kid, a.k.a. Josh Giddey. Absolutely awesome, 16, 6 and 6.
Yeah, that's what
Chet
you need.
Holmgren didn't do too much, didn't need to. 25 minutes, he had the 11, 4 and 3.
Still
if
solid.
you're 7'20" though and you get 4 rebounds, what are you playing at? You're taking the piss. But that's kind of the way OKC play, right? They're just kind of like, we've got 5 dudes on the court
You got
who
Giddey
can
that
all rebound.
can get rebounds,
Because
yeah.
even SGA, who I'll get to in a second, he can rebound the piss out of it. And like they're all like 6, well, apart from Gids. Oh, no, sorry. Apart from SGA, I think he was like 6'5"-ish.
Yep.
Like everybody else is pretty fucking massive.
Yeah, 4 players with over 5 rebounds. So
It's crazy.
It's pretty weird.
Isaiah Joe had the 14 off the bench. Case and Wallace had 13. That's noted. Was he a former Celtic, Case and Wallace, I believe?
Oh.
No, that was.
I don't think so.
No, that was a. Who am I
I think you
thinking
think of someone else.
I am thinking of someone else. Anyway, for the Bulls, you had Zachy Cakes, Adam Levine go for 16 on 16 shots.
Not great.
Brutal. Kobe White go for 15 points on 14 shots.
Wow.
4 of 14. That is fucking gross.
Yeah.
And DeMar go for 20 on 20. So are you getting a bit of a vibe here, stats guy?
Yeah,
'Cause
just
it
take
sounds
some better shots.
Yeah, just
Come on.
shoot better, you fucking
Yeah,
idiots.
it's not hard.
Patch Williams, 4 of 10 for 8 points. I mean, what are you doing? Chicago. Billy Donovan, I mentioned this in one of the NRs. He might be one of the first coaches fired.
Ooh.
Dallas got a win today. I'll get to that
Maybe.
in a second. So
we bet on
Jason
that?
Kidd might not get fired tomorrow, but
Yeah.
Billy Donovan. Anyway, stat.
Yeah, I love the efficiency from OKC. 55% from the field and 49% from 3. So
Jesus.
That's a lot better than every team that's played today. So good effort.
Well, I mean, Chicago shot 41% from the floor and 28% from 3.
Yeah, so that's why OKC pumped them.
God damn. I said God
I
damn.
still can't believe OKC were underdogs.
That was weird, right?
I don't know why I didn't bet on that one. That's awesome.
I did.
Yeah, I should have.
New Orleans, 111. This is another team that shouldn't have been underdogs, and it was weird that they were, because New Orleans led this from fucking start to finish, basically. 111-104 over Memphis. This was the number 1 and 2 draft picks from the same thing, of course, but Ja
He
is
wasn't there,
old
yeah.
bang bang Ja Morant.
He was on
out
Instagram
there.
with a gun again or something.
He's just like, yeah!
Yeah.
Yosemite Jar. And he's just out there
gonna be the
fucking
first time.
firing his pistols into the air on IG Lab. I love having the NBA back. Off he goes.
Honestly, I haven't been on Instagram in a while. He might have chucked something up.
But they did, I think Memphis were leading after the first quarter, but the Pelicans just sort of wrestled it away from them in the second and just took the lead and never gave it up. Zion was good in flashes at the start, ends up with 23, 7 and 3 and got better and delivered some really big buckets that just sort of kept the
was great.
margin at like 10 and shit like that, and away they went. Spindles was really good early. The shot went missing too. But I think the big things for me is like CJ, really good, 24 and 6. He hit 6 threes. It's just like he's super fucking solid. We know that. But the other 2 things I'm going to hit on are going to be a Memphis one, 12 of 43 from downtown, brutal. And also Desmond Boone, amazing, 31. Shot the piss out of again, 5 of 10.
He's awesome.
Marcus Smart going, hey guys, I'm Marcus Smart. Here's 5 turnovers. And you're like, thanks for covering, Marcus. 3 assists, 5 turnovers, classic. But really, it's Jaren Jackson Jr., 5 blocks, awesome. 8 points, radical.
Not bad.
2 of 9 shooting.
0
of 5 from 3. How many fouls? 5.
Oh.
So I wrote this up yesterday, I believe. Something like that.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe the day before. Defensive Player of the Year.
A couple of days ago, yeah.
Jaren Jackson Jr. had 5 or more fouls in like over a third of his games last year. Well, almost a third of his games last year.
Wow.
Do you know how limiting that is? If you're at 5
You're
or
going
thereabouts the entire time,
That's crazy.
you're just fucked. And you can't win games if like your second best player is like always in foul trouble.
Yeah.
So
Can't go for as many blocks as well.
just a bit shit. So kind of expected this one. I couldn't believe the Pelicans were underdogs in this one too.
Plus
So
1.5.
I was happy with that.
Awesome.
What else did we have? Oh, stat.
Yeah, Zion, as you mentioned, he had a really solid game. He loves to cook the Grizzlies. Averages 24, 7, and 4 against them across his career.
Jesus.
So like he's sort of bumping up a few of his career averages just against them.
Just against the Pals.
Yeah.
He loves,
Against the Grizzlies. Yeah.
Oh, the Grizzlies. Yeah. He loves cooking Grizzlies like he loves cooking just
What do they have in New Orleans?
beignets.
Yeah, that's it.
Beignets and gumbo.
He still get gumbo.
Even
That's what I was
Gerald like that
that's
one.
what I was
Gerald's
thinking
like,
of.
yeah, man.
Zion
fucking
loves his
cook it.
gumbo. That should be his nickname. That's it.
It's like, Steven Adams with the Memphis Hungies. Anyway,
Yes.
The Kings held off the Jazz,
Cooked them.
130-114. Very handy win. I tipped the Jazz yesterday because I thought the Kings might just sort of have that moment of like, we're really good, we're the Kings.
Yeah.
And Utah went, haha, cute. Pow! And it did not happen because the Kings just came fucking flying out of the gates. And then they put up 72 in the first half.
That's crazy.
It's
All-star
like, what
level.
the shit is happening? And they just sort of rode it out to the end. Like it's always weird where you're listening to the Jazz broadcast and like Thurl Bailey's just like laughing at his own jokes like he's me. It's like, I laugh at my own shit all the time. It's like, get him, Jim. And Thurl Bailey's
I'm
on the
always looking-
broadcast going, yeah. Just like, it's like he made like a quip. It's like, bro, just settle the fuck down. Anyway, that's how boring this game got towards the end.
Yeah.
Harrison Barnes was
Popped off.
Black Falcon was absolutely crushing it. The Souvlaki King, Domantas Sabonis. When you've got dullard, fucking boring morons like Kevin O'Connor going, the Kings need to trade Domantas Sabonis. It's like,
That would be stupid. Yeah.
so you're going to trade one of the greatest passing, facilitating,
Probably their best
offensive
player,
big
yeah.
men
Yeah.
in the NBA because you don't think defensively it gives you enough, then find fucking defense elsewhere. Like, this shit isn't rocket
Every other
surgery.
team does, yeah.
It's like, no, I've found a take and I'm going to sit on it. It's like, all right, fuck it. 22, 12, and 5 for Domantas, 33 for Black Falcon, as mentioned. Darren Fox, 18 of 18 shooting, but Malik Monk killed a guy. That was pretty cool.
I forgot about that. Actually.
Just an absolutely
That dunk was
sick dunk.
awesome. Yeah.
Fucking.
A few good angles of that.
Not much else really sort of going on. Like, Monk ends up with 10 points, but for the Yaz, John Collins, it's a total cocktail, had 15 and 11, 19 and 10 for that's a girl's name, Larry Markkinen. I was a little bit disappointed by Kessler. When I was watching this, just sort of never got into a bit of a proper rhythm against Sabonis.
Yeah, okay.
And you're like, I expected
Sabonis
a
is
little
always
bit more.
going to cook him.
I do love Jordan Jeremy Clarkson though. 24, 4 and 6, 2 turnovers. God, he's a weapon sometimes. It's just, when you watch Jordan Clarkson play, you're kind of like, do you understand that there is a team?
Yeah, he
I
just
got
drives
It's
and
like, I got
shoots by
6
himself.
assists. It's like, yeah, it's because you drove when I can't hit that shot. And
Hope for the
passes
best.
it. It's like, fuck it. All right. The Sex Man, Colin Sexton, 2 and 9, 9 points. Just 9 and 28 shooting for the Yaz.
Horrible.
When you hit 10 less threes than the opposition,
You're
not
gonna
great.
lose. Yeah.
Sacramento beat BT Dubs, 51 threes they attempted. They took 102 shots.
That sounds like the old Houston, like,
Exactly
Rockets.
half of their shots were threes.
That's crazy.
And they took 51 fucking threes.
That's
That
an
is-
old Rockets team used to do that. That's nuts.
Stat.
Yeah, Harrison Barnes, as you mentioned, 33 points, second most in his career, and he had 27 in the first half. So I'm actually a bit disappointed that he only ended up on 33.
Should have been 60.
Should have been, yeah, at least 54.
Mavericks, 126, 119 over the Spurs. Did the Mavericks play in this? Because I thought it was just Wembanyama out there by himself.
I thought Wembanyama was playing in Nick Celtics as
He was
well.
just like hanging out. It was Nick
Talking
Celtics.
about him.
Wembanyama was the only one that they kept mentioning. I was
it's
like, what the
horrible.
fuck? Dude, there isn't an associate. It's like the same thing happened with the Nuggets last night. They're the reigning champ. They swept the Lakers. It's like, is LeBron going to get revenge? Find out next. It's like,
No one
they got
cares.
swept in the conference finals. This is the first game of the regular season. This isn't revenge. This is like a fucking little, like, taste a little puffy cake of like, oh, maybe I'll get to revenge at some point. Hooray. But anyway, Mavericks win. Luka had the triple dubs. Thank you, Luka.
It was awesome, yeah.
Fucking number 2 pick in my fantasy draft.
Ooh, nice.
When you're counting triple dubs, rack them up, Luka. Rack them up.
It's gonna get
Keep
him
losing
most
games.
games.
Though.
Yeah.
33, 13, and 10. He was awesome. Kyrie was handy to the point where I didn't get super angry at Jason Kidd.
No, they actually played it pretty well. Yeah.
They did. 22 and 6 for Kyrie. They staggered their minutes pretty nicely at times, I thought.
He allowed
And it's-
119 though.
Exactly. That's going to be the
Oh,
point
I thought you were going to say.
This is going to be the point. The Mavs win 126-119.
Yep.
You gave up 119 fucking points to
Yeah,
the
you're supposed to be a
Spurs.
good team.
Like, seriously, it's basically Devin Vassell. All their starters scored in double figures. You had 2 dudes come off the bench and score in double figures. And Wembanyama didn't do that much. Like, it was crazy. Wemby ends up with 15, 2 and 2 and 5 turnovers. He did hit 3 of 5 from downtown. Fuck, it's
Yeah, I can't believe he got. He's a unicorn.
Jeremy Sohan, he broke my heart. 13, 8 and 5, 3 turnovers, 4 of 12 shooting. But I think the biggest takeaway for me is that, the Spurs are going to be in games like this for a bit of it.
Yeah, they're better
and
than
then
last
they're going
year,
to fall apart down the stretch because they're young and really, really young.
Yes.
They're like super
They
young.
are very young.
Whereas the Mavs, they're going to do this every game.
Yeah.
Bet the over for every Spurs game, every Dallas game is what I'm going to be doing, I think, all season because the defense is just horrible. It's like Josh Green's like, I can't guard 5 dudes. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Awesome, yeah.
I can't protect the rim as well. But Grant Williams at least was kind of handy in that point. He had 17 and 6 in his debut. It was kind of neat to have
Yeah.
3 Australians on the court at once at one point.
Yeah, a bit of Exum, yeah.
Kyrie,
Oh, I was like, where's the third coming?
Exum,
Kyrie. No, I'm not.
Greeny. I don't
I'm
wanna
never
count.
counting
I don't
Kyrie
wanna
as an
count
Aussie.
Kyrie. Represent Australia and then you're actually Australian. I'm fucking looking at you, Ben Simmons. Hardaway the Lesser had some Hardaway the Lesser moments, 17 points on 14 shots. But look, Greeny, handy. Exum, handy.
Yeah.
Want to sit?
Greeny was good.
You're wearing
I'm
the
wearing the
Exum jersey.
Exum top. He's returned to the NBA. The old
But-
Yaz top.
Look, the big takeaways are literally just that. Defense for this
Defense
for
struggle.
the Mavs will struggle all season.
Yep.
Derek Lively is awesome.
Lively. Yeah.
He was a plus 20. He played 31 minutes in his first ever game. He had 16 and 10.
Awesome, yeah.
He is awesome. And it's like, he's also this sort of dude where it's like, oh, he's exactly what they need. Rim protection.
You could start him, yeah.
It's like the stats guy's personality, rim protection.
Whoa.
God.
Did not know that's where that was
brutal.
going.
Stop it, Jimmy's dead. Portland. Oh, no, stat.
No, I'm not doing. No, I'll do one. Spurs. They put out the 6th tallest starting lineup in NBA history, 408 total inches, which is the most was the
That's
Nuggets.
what stats guy's packing.
I was
in his
waiting for
dacks as well.
some reference.
He's going to wrap around his leg twice.
Jesus. Most.
This has been way too many dick jokes. I'm a bit weirded out by it, actually.
You're with it. You're the one saying it. Most was the Nuggets in the.
Jim, tell your brain to stop.
Yeah,
Never.
Never. But it's bloody tall. If you have Wemby in your starting lineup, it's going to be tall. So
6th tallest starting
You got
lineup of all time.
Nuggets was the tallest in the bubble. They had Bol, I think it was Millsap, Jokic, very random lineup that didn't work for a bit. But anyway, there we go.
Yeah, Bol next to Jokic and a bunch of other. Yeah, that's pretty
It's
cool.
just dumb.
Last one, Portland fought back eventually against the Clippers. They were getting killed all game, 123, 111. This is going to happen to Portland. I tipped Portland +9 because I thought they'd at least get a backdoor cover. The game's so fucking
It was close, yeah.
It was so
12
frustrating.
points.
I'm like watching it tick over. Come on, boys. You fucked me. But look, Paul George, still good.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard, still good too. 23, 5 and 6 for Leonard. 27, 3 and 6 for Paul George. Rusty, 11, 5 and 13.
That's what you need him to do.
Exactly what you need from Russell Westbrook. This is the team where the Clippers are like, we don't need James Harden. We actually just probably need our depth. Like, they don't even have Terrence Mann playing for them at the moment. And you give up Covington, who hit a 3 at a big moment to put them up 20, and they just basically stayed up 20 until the last quarter anyway. So Clippers, good. Blazers, bad. Stat.
Yeah, stat. Westbrook, the highest plus minus of any player on any team tonight with 30. So he's plus 30, which was awesome. So when he was on, the Clippers were absolutely smashing him. Yeah.
Scoot Henderson, number 3 pick, 11, 3 and 4 with 4 turnovers.
He had
didn't score for ages
his
in the
junk
game
time,
as well.
most of his stats came in junk time, so it wasn't good.
I was bitterly disappointed by Aussie Matty T. He had
He got a fair few minutes, yeah.
wide open three in the corner and airballed it. I'm like, oh, come on, man. Anthony Penny-Simons, 18 points and 14 shots. This is the thing. They're going to have that weird sort of roster crunch where you got Shaden Sharp, Brogdon, Scoot, Simons, and Matty T. 5 dudes playing the
sort of same
1,
spot.
2 point guard, shooting guard, whatever. You can obviously slide Matty T up to the 3 a bit.
Yeah, 3, yeah. That's what
away you go. But it's a weird mix of a roster that's built to lose, and they will lose plenty of games. All right, let's do the NBA Straya approved performance of the night.
That's not a night.
That's a night.
That's a night.
You better believe it. SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the Shy Redder, he was fucking great.
Awesome.
I did think about putting Cam Thomas, but I'm going to talk about him a little bit later. But in terms of impact, SGA fucking eviscerated Chicago. It's like every time he was on the court, you could see just doing these ones, like just eyes tripping. Where to go? What is he doing? Oh my God, he scored again. Fuck. And just like time after time, he would just torch them. And also had 10 assists and also had 5 rebounds, also played really good defense.
Did everything.
Like there's a reason why Chicago played like shit. It was because OKC beat the fucking sans hell out of him on defense. And I fucking loved it. So great game by him. So what is it? 31 points in the end, I thought.
31. You said that, yeah.
Yeah, 31, 10, and 5. Smashed it. He had 1 steal. He's also the sneakiest, awesomest blocking guard there is. He had 2 blocks as well. 2? Ooh. He doesn't mind a few stocks.
Might be a good
steals plus blocks. Yeah. But shot 12 of 18, 2 of 5 from downtown. SGA was awesome. And of course, Stats Guy, your beloved. Oh, I've lost the button. It's there somewhere. There it is.
Extreme Zinger meal.
God, he was good.
He was awesome. I was not expecting that right from the start. He looked like that in pre-season. And then he came out and just did it in first game at the TD Garden.
Awesome. I'm here for the extreme Zinger
Got
meal.
the clutch 3 as well.
Tatum was really good, I mentioned in that game, but Zinger basically bust that game open, kept them in at a time, especially early, like kept them hanging around, and that was really cool.
So
Donnie Mitchell with the game-winning 3, obviously a bit of a that's not a knife, that's a fucking knife
Clutch
in your
player
face.
of the year, he's moved in the odds, I saw that.
Who picked him for clutch player of the year?
You did, yeah. I wrote that article, so I'm going to claim it, but you did pick it.
I did pick it. Elsewhere, that's kind of it for me. There was like,
yeah, I think SGA
was probably my favourite, so we'll leave it at that because we've gone very long in covering a lot of these games. Spud of the night.
Spud. It is Spud.
You're just having a giggle over there, Stats Guy. It's like, Spud of the night.
Just seeing it live, it's good.
Yeah, I do it live each time. Jalen Green, 2 of 10. He's got to be like, oh, what did I do? Guys, 2 of 10.
Bad. What
he
are you
was
doing,
fucked.
mate?
He's like Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks. I'm like, this is my team. Now it's not. This is shit. He's going to have a rough year. Trae Young, 4 of 9. Oh, I've also got Jalen Green on my fucking fantasy. I hate that.
Oh, no.
That's
just not good.
I
thought he could be all right too, yeah. But no,
Yeah.
not
One
today.
game.
It's only one game. Yeah.
Trae Young, 4 of 19.
Oh, that's shit. What? 4 of 19.
That
Supposed
is
to be the All-Star, mate.
4 of
What are
19.
you
Classic Trae. He got to the line like 13 times in classic Trae fashion.
Yeah,
the Duckman, Luke Kennard, 0 of 5, all of downtown.
He has one
Breaking
job.
my heart.
Yeah.
You're literally being paid
Just to
millions
shoot
of dollars to
threes.
hit threes. Karras, my sweet baby Levert, against his old muckers in Brooklyn. He was like fired up early. He's like, check this out, boys, bang. And then missed everything and then hit another one. He's like, I'm back, baby. And it's like, you just went 4 of 17, Karras. But of course, who did?
Oh.
The Lord's work today. Who went and shot it? Who did it?
Chill.
Woo! Yeah, Derrick Rose.
Oh.
Shot 311.
Oh.
You better bloody believe it.
I miss Prime Derrick Rose.
That was awesome. What about Old Mate, No Mates?
Old mate, no mate.
Old mate, no
Old mate,
mates.
no
Old mate,
mate.
no
Old mate, no
mates.
mate.
Old mate, no mates. Old mate, no mates.
Who's got no mates today? Cam Johnson, they played this at home, so they're not getting on the team bus. But if they all got on the subway together after the game,
Maybe they did, I don't know.
they'd all just be sitting on one side of the carriage, just all eyeballing Cam Johnson going,
Well,
what the fuck was that?
He flopped the
What
shit out of
the
that.
fuck was that?
Get up, mate.
Like, I've been on uncomfortable subway rides before and just like, this fucking guy.
What? There's no one around him.
It's like someone tries to start a fight in a pub and you're like, we're going. And you just go, what were you doing? And Cam Johnson's like, oh, well, I thought he fouled me. He's like, no, he wasn't. What are you doing?
Tried to flop.
Don't flop when the game's on the fucking line, you moron.
That's just dumb.
Unbelievable gear. Absolutely unbelievable gear. Darren Fox, old mate, no mates as well. I'm going to talk about him later, but wearing another man's shoes
Yes.
when you're that other man's like rival.
Yeah. They're literally around the corner from each other.
Seems weird. Yeah. Just seems weird. Pantsing of the night. I'm getting all the buttons right today. It's good. Yeah. I set them all up beforehand, so it's all like just like at home.
Well played.
Write it down so we can have it like it is at home. Okay. Pants of the night. Derek Lively, the rookie, on Zach Collins, the man who looks like he owns a Subaru Forester. Kapow!
He was all over him.
Put him into the crust of the fucking planet. Unbelievable. Go fetch me some magma while you're down there. Absolute chaos. Like getting dunked on by a rookie is the in the first game.
You should get suspended. Actually,
you should get suspended
at least 5
3
games.
All right, 5 games.
Oh, you're gonna say 3.
I was gonna say
5.
3.
We'll go 4. We'll go 4.
Hard case. Okay, so getting dunked on by a rookie in their first NBA game is the ultimate.
Maybe you have
pantsing.
to swap teams if your team.
This is the walk up in front of the entire school. You sing like the national anthem or give a fucking speech, and then the principal dacks you. It's just like, look at this dickhead. But it's not actually, no, it's not the principal. It's like the youngest year 7 kid. He's
yes,
like,
that makes more sense, yeah.
And everyone's like, yeah, the year 7, dack this motherfucker. Look at him, And then you become that dickhead. So, not bad. All right, better than Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo was the best player in high school. He was the best player in college. You think he'll get to the pros and be like, I made it to the pros, now I can be average. He's coming for everybody.
Coming for everybody. Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas basically should be a Ball brother. Like the way that he plays, he's like, I'm basically Lonzo Ball.
Pretty much.
Like, just check this out. Pow.
This means, different
36
name.
points off the bench.
Awesome.
It was fucking incredible.
Awesome.
Like, the weirdest thing to me was that he was 2 of 5 from downtown. He kept getting to the rack.
In the past, he was shooting
and going to the
threes,
line, and he would always launch 3. So maybe Jacques Vaughn is finally getting through to him of like, just take better shots, motherfucker. Just keep going to the rack.
Yeah.
8 of 11 at the free throw line, 36 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover. Like, to have that usage, have 1 turnover, it's awesome. 1 steal.
Yeah, he was doing everything.
Cam Thomas, you legend. Great job. And honourable mention's got to go to Derek Lively. I mentioned this, 16 and 10 with an assist, a steal, a block, 1 turnover. In his first ever game, he
looked
shot
like
7 of 8.
He's been around for a couple of seasons.
He's exactly what that Mavs team need.
Get him in the starting lineup.
I love it. Start him. Start him, Greeny, and actually lock down some motherfuckers. But good stuff. Love that. All right, the magic tweet of the day. Stats guy, do you want to read this one out? Or should I just do the... I'll do the magic tweet of the day. It's my favourite thing.
I feel like,
You did
as soon
find
as
it.
you said, do you want to do it, you were just like, I want to do it so much.
Laker Nation, I am not at all concerned about our Lakers losing to the Nuggets last night. With 8 new players, it will take at least 2 months for them to really learn how to play with each other and understand their roles. I am looking forward to seeing how the Lakers will look starting in January.
Wow. What is he thinking?
Thanks, Magic!
Is he just put his thoughts, is his thoughts connected to his phone? I don't know.
My favourite thing about Magic tweets is quite simply, he has like yelled that he said that to his assistant.
Maybe just to
And
himself.
he's like, tweet that out. And they're like,
what?
What did he fucking say? They're not going to be good till January. They lost to the Nuggets.
Yeah, I think they're going to be good before January.
He is 100% a dude who is voice to text. He sends 100 like those text messages as voice things.
Yes.
He's got to do that all the time.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm Magic Johnson.
He's not
I'm
allowed
gonna
to type, yeah.
I can't type this out. He's just like,
Laker
message stats
Nation.
guy. Stats guy. What the fuck are you doing wearing that hat? I will punch you in the head. Send.
I've got a lot of
Simple as
messages from him, actually, yeah.
Yeah, how does he do dick pics?
Don't ask me.
Settle down, Stats guy.
What's your obsession with dicks?
Don't make any AIDS jokes.
Oh.
All right. Cool. Let's go do some yeah-nahs right after this. Oh, wait, I got to press it's got to be the ad.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's the one next to it, Jim.
This is Cam Glidden.
This is Anthony Drimmick.
This is Mitch McCarron.
I didn't get that one quite right.
No.
This is Daryl McDonald.
Hey guys, this is Hugh Greenwood.
Yo, what's going on?
This is Elliot.
This is Mark Worthington, or commonly known as Wortho.
Jesus,
and you're
Wortho.
listening to
He's loud,
NBA Straya.
You listen to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA
And you're listening to
Straya.
NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA
And you're
Straya.
listening to NBA Straya.
Still feeling like my D-Mac's my favourite out of that.
Yeah.
With all due respect to all the other favoured NBA Strayaites out there. All right, let's do some yeah-nahs. Brought to you by the NBA Straya shop. Let's fly through the rest of this show, Stats Guy, because it's getting late. NBAstraya.com/shop. Get your merch, people. It's weird that De'Aaron Fox will be wearing curries.
Very.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucked.
That is so weird.
Like,
they literally are
it's
rivals.
like Charles Barkley going, I'm a Jordan athlete now.
Yeah.
It's like, he just beat you in the finals, Charles. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's just weird.
I don't like it at all. Orlando are going to win 40 games at least. Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
I think they are.
Yeah. Just off that game alone, they look really good.
Judged on one game when they played a shit team at home.
Wait till they play a good team. But
Wearing awesome jerseys, I must point out. Those Orlando jerseys were fucking
They always
beautiful.
have decent jerseys.
Anytime they can lean back, as long as they don't do that dumb fucking orange.
Yeah, that was bad.
I hate
With
their
the,
orange ones.
ORL on it, yeah.
You've got awesome black pinstripes. You've got beautiful blue pinstripes. Your white
Any
with
retro
black.
top, yeah.
All of their jerseys are rad, unless they have fucking orange in them.
Yeah,
Anyway,
agreed.
The Mavs are still going to suck. Yeah, nah.
Yeah. We can't just say before the season they're going to suck and then after one game they're not. They'd only beat the Spurs, who aren't going to be too much
Spurs
chop.
who might not win 30 games.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think so.
You look at a game like that and you go, what happens when they play a good team? Like when they get up
they
against
can concede more than one
a functional offense
Yeah.
that has like a point guard who's not like Trey Jones and shit. So I think it was Trey Jones. Is that right?
Something like that.
And like Wemby and all the hypes about him and like everyone else is like, we're on the team too. Anyway. Jez all sent in a good yeah nah. I got a good yeah nah for you.
You read out the message.
Here it is. Adam Silver should suspend himself if he thinks that waving a gun around on Insta, not cool but not illegal, is worth a suspension of 25 games, excessive in my opinion, and the horrible crime of domestic violence, very illegal and just plain fucked up, is worth only 5 games more. Yeah, nah.
Yeah, that 100%. I was thinking this.
Adam Silver should. I yelled about this literally yesterday.
Bridges should not be playing.
The fact that they were like, "God, we're taking it very seriously." It's like they suspended 20 of his games.
Yeah,
like a suspended sentence, basically because he wasn't on a roster last year. Like, 20 games was served last year. It's
That's
like,
bad.
He didn't play.
Yeah,
like he wasn't on a roster. Like they didn't give him a contract. That's literally not 20 games served. You pieces of fucking shit.
Yeah.
Just like, we're still looking into it. Fucking fuck off. It's domestic violence. Like, do you have...
It's horrible, yeah.
Do you have, like, a fucking rule or not?
Yeah.
Simple as that.
True.
Whereas Jar...
Mine is very illegal,
Jar's just like, check out my cool lighter.
Well, it's
also a
dumb,
gun.
Nowhere near, yeah.
Everything's a gun.
No, there's no
He's
proof.
like, check out my pencil sharpener. It's a gun.
It's a gun.
Look at this hat. It's a gun. It's like, all right, Jar, you're a fucking psycho. We get it. Jez adds, Bridges should be kicked from the league and should have to complete his court-ordered punishment before being allowed into the NBA. I think
that is a minimum requirement.
It should
surely.
be. It's like, it's the same, like DUI, shit like that. It's like, are you trying to make an example of your league and stuff like that? Then, right, until you've like finished a sentence being handed down. Like,
well, similar thing happened in
the
the soccer and the EPL, and a few guys got kicked out. So
there you go. Yeah. Nice one. I'm all for second chances, but for certain crimes, you need to do the time before you can seek redemption. I 100% agree with that, Jez.
Yeah.
I love it. Unpopular opinion of the day. Thinking about this before, Klay Thompson.
Yeah, I was thinking about this one. He's not back to himself at all.
Because
makes me sad.
I was actually, so last night after I taped this show yesterday, having watched Suns Warriors here in the office, and was like, Klay, real bad in the first half. Then had a couple of nice moments, and you're like, all right, balance
okay,
out.
but not at his best.
But then I was watching it again with old mate when I got home later, and she's like, who's that guy? I'm like, it's Klay Thompson. And she's like, that's Klay Thompson? I'm like, yeah. Like, if old mate is noticing that Klay Thompson looks a bit cooked.
That's a good point.
Klay Thompson's cooked. Like, fucking hell.
He just bricked a lot of shots. I don't think I've ever seen him miss the ring by that much.
He was
3 from 11 from 3, I think he was.
What did you say?
I said...
What? How many?
Yes, I forgot about that.
How
3
many?
from 11, you would like this. There we go.
Woo! 311, baby! Fuck, I love that band. Thank you, Stats Guy. I wasn't even going to play it again, but there you go. Right, let's do it. It is time for... It's Thursday at Outback, and you know what that means? Oh yeah, 2 for 1 blooming onions. Stats Guy doesn't know what the fuck that is, and he's Australian.
I know what that is.
No prick in Australia knows what the fuck these things are. What is it? Some sort of deep fried onion? Fuck off. The only onions we eat in Australia are fucking cooked as black as a dead dog's guts and chucked on top of a saucy.
Bunnings snack.
Only at Bunnings and only at Outback. And today's Flame Grill take is Greg Popovich is just clearly trying to sabotage Wembanyama by barely playing him. Not putting him in positions to succeed because he's tanking again. Only at Outback. Also, the Bulls are going to end up with the number 1 pick. Only at Outback. To be honest, it would be the most hilarious aspect of a Chicago Bulls season to a year after a generational talent is up to be drafted.
Yeah.
They go,
no,
we're not going to
bad
take this
draft,
year. And then a year later, they go and tank.
Yeah.
So, not great. Because I was going to say, I feel like Houston are going to be the worst team, but Houston do owe their pick to OKC, but I think it's protected 1 through 4.
Yeah.
This is like the Westbrook trade.
Probably,
I want to say.
That does sound right.
And yeah. So let's have a look. Future drafts detailed. Chicago. I'm pretty sure they own their one. Yeah, they're not sending any out. So it would be smart. Just, I hate the fucking makeup of this entire Chicago team, basically.
Yeah.
Another Outback Takehouse. Jalen Green will last 2 more weeks before he asks for a trade and end up in Philly in exchange for James Harden. Only at Outback. I actually don't mind that one.
Really? Interesting.
2 weeks. Right. Let's go straight into the Strayan Player Watch because I don't think I've got the drop on this board for the Strayan Player Watch, which is Gaz's band Ramshackle Army, just playing some Aussie sounding gear.
Yeah.
But, Strayan Player Watch, Box Hill Benny.
Meh.
Wasn't great. 4 points, 2 assists, 10 rebounds though, 9 assists. That's exactly what we want from him though, right?
Yeah,
Rebounding,
that's all they need,
facilitating, away we go. 1 block, could have done with some steals, but good little baby steps.
Yep.
The mopped up Mamba, aka the Wheat Bix kid, 16, 6 and 6, looked fucking awesome. Went 2 or 3 from downtown as well.
50% from the field.
Beautiful.
Very efficient. Very efficient.
God, that team's good. Paddy Thrills, Paddy Mills didn't play.
Oh, that made me sad.
Quinn Snyder hates Australians.
Yeah.
Well, he very clear. He loves Joe Ingles, but
yeah.
And Dante Exum. Quinn Snyder, wake up to yourself. Jock Landau, Rock'em Sock'em Block'em Jock'em Landau, the Rooster. 3 points, 1 or 2 from downtown. 0 rebounds. Jock, what are you doing? 2 assists.
Okay.
As they proceeded to get shit pumped by Orlando.
He doesn't help when you're in a shit team.
I hate the fact that he didn't up on Houston.
Yeah.
He would be so perfect on Phoenix.
Phoenix,
but
yeah.
Phoenix dropped the fucking ball and went and got Drew Banks, and Drew Banks was pretty good yesterday, but still, Jingles in that same game. 0 points, 0 3 from downtown, but 4 rebounds and 5 assists.
Made an impact.
To be honest, he's actually the exact dude they need off the bench who just moves the fucking ball.
Yeah.
Move the ball. Just move
They
the
got enough
fucking
shooters,
ball.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Josh Green, 11 points. God, he banked in a 3 at the end of the third quarter.
He called it. I heard he called it.
Unbelievable. 2 or 2 from downtown for Greeny, 3 or 5 from the floor. 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, and a block.
Just a bit of everything.
Little bit of everything. He had a moment as well when he stepped into that 3. He ended up on the fast break with the outlet, and he like dribbled a couple of times. He's like, "Oh yeah, cool." And Kyrie's like, "Nah, man, you just shoot." He's like, "All right, fucking cool, bang." Dante sets him up in his debut game for the Dallas Mavericks. Stats guy's wearing his jersey right now from
Retro,
Utah.
Utah Jazz one.
You got that from what did you get it?
Sporting Globe competition. I just randomly
What'd you do
win.
to get there? Competition.
I guess these points one game.
3 points, 1 or 2 shooting, 2 rebounds. It does feel like he'll eventually be the sort of odd man out in that rotation because they've got so many fucking guards.
So many.
They should just trade Tim Hardaway Jr.
They brought him on really early in the game, and I was like, oh, maybe they're using him more, but no.
And also, do we really need Jason Kidd mic'd up? It's like, all right, we've got Jason Kidd mic'd up for the entire second half.
No one cares.
The rest of the world's like, why? This is horrible. Dyson Daniels, the vacuum, 6 points, 3 or 6 shooting. Pelicans ran over the top of him, so it was all good.
Yep.
5 rebounds, 0 assists, 2 steals and a block. Matty T, 3 or 7 from the floor for his 8 points, 2 or 6 from downtown.
Not bad.
As mentioned, though, airballed that corner one. Was pretty brutal. 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 1 steal. And, of course, the Grim Reaper himself, the Great Barrier Reef, down in the on these 2-way contract. And it'd be good to see him up in the big leagues.
Yeah. I think he played pretty well in the preseason, I thought, but we'll see what happens.
Well, he did, and I guess that's why they brought him back, at least on the 2-way.
Yeah.
Because I think you look at that Portland rotation at the moment, you've still got Time Lord out there.
Yeah.
They've also just got big Momo Brown, who has these moments of like, is he good? And then he'll just be horrible, for a month.
Yeah.
But anyway, What do we do? The Shane Hill shoot your shot, light him up award. I have absolutely no idea if I have this drop on here. I don't think I do. So
That's all right.
Shane Hill, shoot your shot award. That's the entire sound effects. That's got.
Yeah, I love it.
Maxi Strus. He was awesome.
What the flamethrower? What the hell?
Absolutely chaos. Like, do you
Miami
reckon
fans
Miami are like,
watching that?
God damn it? 7 of 13 from downtown in his Cavs debut. 7 of 13.
Awesome.
27 points in the end. He also had 12 rebounds. He out-rebounded Evan Mobley. Like, he doubled him up.
Yeah.
I think Mobley had 6.
He's not even that big. It doesn't usually get that
Strus
many
is a
rebounds.
shooting guard.
Yeah, what
Like,
the hell?
It was awesome. So good job, Maxi.
Yeah.
We are proud of you. The Patty Mills Game Day Baller Game Day Twitter check-in. Let's see if Patty's tweeted anything about the opening day of the season from Atlanta. I should have organised this one beforehand, but here we go. No.
That's all right.
Thanks, Patty. Jock Landau, what about him in Houston? He might have deleted his burner. Or his
burner. How do you know his
or
burner?
his actual one. Jock Landau.
I think just real close.
No, that's it. He just hasn't tweeted since fucking June. All right, we're going to Instagram. We're going live.
I
This is
miss
great.
Dally posting his Vegemite on toast and Avo every morning before games.
Now Daly just sticks to tweeting out Bitcoin.
Yeah, he
links.
does. He's got to get that coin.
Good on him. Patty with the good hair.
He would have posted
All right.
some.
There's some good Atlanta ones.
Nice.
Year 15 textbook station. Looking good. Looking handy. And posting there you go, the IG stories of Patty on the plane in the
Sitting on the bench.
hanging out with Bogdan Bogdanovic coming off the plane for game 1. Looking good.
Nice. He's always looking good.
Oh, he's also wearing a windsuit by Under Armour. That looks sick. Like wind cheaters and stuff. Anyway, go
You're gonna
check
get
it
that?
out and get inspired. Simple as that.
Get inspired.
What's the Patty Mills inspiration board?
Absolutely, yeah.
Stats guy?
That's why I follow him. Yeah.
I would run through a brick wall for that, man. All right, let's do some game previews. Thanks, Inadvertent Bane.
Not a problem, Jim. Is it weird having somebody else do this show with you?
Yes, it is.
Getting nervous.
How did we go on the picks yesterday? Today, 12
Yeah, today.
games. We correctly had Orlando, Detroit, Cleveland, OKC, New Orleans, Dallas. So we went 5 of 12. Is that right? Jeez.
Oh, I thought you did better than
I
that.
thought I did too. That's fucked. Washington did not. Knicks did not. Oh, 5 of 12. All right. Yeah, Portland fucked me in the end there. So Dallas nailed it. Utah being run over by Sacramento was not good. Pelicans smashing. OKC smashing. Cleveland just covering with the 1. Detroit covering. But yeah, a couple in there that did not work. Atlanta not helping matters either. So anyway, we are tracking those all in the big spreadsheet. So all those results are in there. So I think we went 1 of 2 yesterday on the first 2 games as well.
Yeah.
So we're just a tick under 500 so far for the season. Against the line, you get that on the
Not-
big jobs.
Not bad.
But tomorrow, October 27,
Huge games.
Friday, unbelievable. We finally get the last 2 teams to debut their season. You have the Philadelphia 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers against the Milwaukee. It's Algonquin for the Goodland Bucks. Sixers are 6.5-point underdogs in this one.
Yeah.
I like the Sixers. I talked about this on our Cobet Daily Show today, Stats Guy. I think a lot of this is to do with the fact that the Bucks defense will take a little bit of finagling to eventually get to where they want to be. Obviously, it'll probably be balanced out by how good their offense is, but the Sixers will be able to likely match that
Hold
offense
in at least a bit,
to
yeah.
a degree.
Yep.
Embiid versus Lopez. Embiid should be okay. The Sixers are going to be like, PJ Tucker, Tobias Harris, can you please try to stop Giannis? And they'll be like, well, we'll try, boss.
Yeah, put 3 people on him, won't work.
The flip side is, though, you got Tyrese Maxey versus Dame Lillard. The points over, I think, was the one thing that I landed on our other show.
Yeah, I really like that.
But I do like the Sixers in the line. I think even if they don't win, I think they can get it pretty close. Very similar to what we saw today in Celtics-Knicks as well. So
Yes.
where
But more
the
scoring.
Knicks,
Yeah.
the Knicks can be like right there with them, but the
Might not win.
Sixers might not get right over the hump.
Yep.
It's a weird game. It's a fun game. We'll learn a lot, I think, from the absolute get-go about both these teams. And then that'll probably colour my expectations of both teams for like the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Until
Some
they
other
fuck it up.
results, yeah.
Until like a month in when they're actually settled into who they actually are.
Or 2 months in January, as Magic said.
January, if you listen to Magic.
Just don't worry about the season
This
until
team will
January.
be shit till January. So, thanks, Magic. Thanks. Suns at Lakers is the second game. This is fucking awesome. LeBron versus KD.
Yeah.
Devin Booker versus Kobe's ghost. I mean, I don't know.
What's not expecting that?
He did. I don't know how you feel about this one, Stats Guy, but when people go, "Oh, Devin Booker reminds me of Kobe," it's like, does he?
Oh, it's a bit of a stretch.
It's like
I don't know.
It's like if you mix Dwayne Wade and Kobe.
Yeah.
I think that's where Booker is.
Yeah. All right.
You know,
I like that better. Yeah.
Can shoot it a little bit.
He can pass it a bit as well. Yeah.
He can pass it a bit.
Yeah.
Defensively wasn't where young Kobe was.
Yeah.
Or D Wade actually for that.
Agreed.
matter.
Yeah.
But point book. Don't mind that for MVP.
Yeah.
I think Lakers bounce back and win this one.
Or
after losing their opener against the Nuggets, who they, if you ask them, swept in the conference finals last year.
Yeah.
But I think AD against this Suns team, I think AD goes fucking ballistic in this one at home. 40-12 against Nurk and Drew Eubanks. Good luck, Drew. Pour one out for Drew Banks. They've got dudes that they can throw at Book. They can throw Reeves. They can throw like a bunch of their sort of smaller dudes at. They've still got LeBron. Like KD, he's not going to be driving the hoop. I think they're going to fucking beat him. So Lakers -6. I might actually want to check those odds because I did put those up pretty early and it's probably changed after today's games. No.
Still the
Lakers now -5.5. I like that more. 5.5. Thank you very much. How do you feel about those ones, Stats?
I really like the Sixers +6.5. I think that's a great bet. I think that's going to be really close. But 6 or whatever it is now, 5.5. I don't mind for the Suns. +5.5. I think they're going to be really good, and they showed that they can score through Booker. And some of their guys, scorers, didn't actually dominate. If some of those guys lift their standard back up towards
KD wasn't
Booker.
very good in game one.
No, so I reckon even if Booker drops his scoring, but you got KD can still emerge. So I'm going to take the Suns. I don't trust the Lakers. I'm a bit like Magic. Maybe not till January.
Maybe not till January. Then you're going to pick the Lakers. I just think
I'm not going to pick him in January.
I think AD's looking at Nurk and just like licking his lips.
True,
going,
yeah.
I'm at home. I'm going to fucking destroy this Bosnian. Like off we go. It's like Stats Guy on like some sort of weird website. Anyway, good stuff. Let's get into it. We're done. We'll be back on deck tomorrow. It'll just be me in the NBA Straya studio tomorrow afternoon after that Lakers game, setting up for a massive weekend ahead, picking every single game, talking out those 2 games as well. Let's get Stats Guy to send in some stats as well. Why not? In the meantime, make sure you're following NBA Straya on Twitter, Facey, IG, all the other good gear. We're all over the socials. YouTube, because these videos are going up there now, so do that. You can see my smiling face pointing and doing dumb shit during the ad breaks. Just wait till I'm necking tins. Gerald's like, wait, he drinks while he does this as well sometimes? Fuck. Anyway, check out NFL Straya with myself and Gage. That was a good one this week. I really enjoyed it. NFL Straya, just same thing as where you get your NBA Straya, as simple as that. Check us a rating review across both those on your Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, because that's going to migrate to YouTube Podcasts. I think whatever app you use on your Android phones, all those weird apps that they got out there, just make sure you're subscribed, starring, rating, all that good shit. Get around NBAStraya.com/shop and get your merch. Buy a hoodie, buy a t-shirt. I've got to pay for these renovations somehow. Stats Guy, can I borrow some money? I'm just asking for a mate. The mate's me. Big thanks always go to From Oslo for the intro and outro song. Did you know that's Josh, our producer's band?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go. Other producer.
That's the best stat I've heard all day.
That's pretty good. Intro and outro song. Also, their other band, House Hats, they're really good. Check them out. Big thanks also go to Joshua De Laurentiis, which is him. Fascinating, Gold Mines, Ramshackle Army, Iowa, Section I, Green, and Dozers for all the tunes you hear throughout the show. Smash them all on Bandcamp, Triple J on Earth, Facey, Apple Music, Spotify, whatever app you even listen to the podcast. Maybe you listen to music. So listen to those bands too. NBA Straya supports Australian bands. So should you. All right, we'll close out today's show with this and no skit because it's already late and this has been a long one. So I will have a Diary of Stephen Adams tomorrow.
Ooh.
I promise.
Keen.
I have another good one though that's going to go at some point. All right, thanks, Stats Guy.
Thank you.
All right, we'll catch you tomorrow. Good times. How good is it having the NBA? The NBA's back.
Hell yeah.
I love it. This is NBA Straya saying, look after yourselves, would you? And later, Jose. fuck it. Let's do it. Press the button.